Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, December 12th, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. I've been checking out all the lights parade photos, and it looks like I missed a pretty spectacular one. Man, I wish it was not always on the same day as the Army-Navy game. All right, but now it is Monday. We do have a lot of news to catch up on, so shall we? The Annapolis Police are investigating another round of shots being fired in Eastport. This actually happened on Thursday evening at 7:30 p.m. near Madison and President Streets in Eastport. Police did find evidence, but no suspects, and there appears to not have been any injuries or property damage. There was some confusion in the neighborhood since the shooting was at nearly the same time as the Naval Academy was setting off fireworks for their pep rally. On Friday afternoon, the city called me asking me to clarify the story about the number of rapes in the city. My point was that I believe sexual assaults should be proactively reported on the daily crime report. And I believe this is a safety issue for the residents and visitors. It's that whole the more you know deal. The city does publish them on a map that is on a sidebar of the police department's page on the city's website. And they do not proactively report them, they say, due to privacy concerns. We honestly argued back and forth about we're not talking about publishing names of victims, specific addresses, or details. So if you are looking for the statistics and information that the city does not proactively provide, go to that map on the subpage for the police department. Our conversation ended with the suggestion to talk to an officer responsible for the sex crimes and to a victim of sexual assault. Well, I have one of them down. I will be speaking with former County Executive Laura Newman in a few weeks to talk about this policy and her rape. In the meantime, I'm going to see if I can talk to the officer in charge of the sex crimes unit. What do you think? Should we proactively be reporting sexual assaults or not? Send me an email or a DM and let me know your thoughts. The Anne Arundel County Public Schools have some good news and some better news. The good news is that there is more money to pay for most of the costs associated with AP, IB, and CTE certification assessments. They can add up, boy. I'll tell you, I know. My kid pulled straight A's in all of her AP classes, but when it came time to test, we always got those solid, worthless 2s. I probably spent close to $1,000 on tests that were ultimately never submitted to her college, as that was a test-optional school, as many of them are quickly becoming. The other better news for the county school students is that another 850 kids will be getting to school in the coming days on buses. More vans are going in service today and tomorrow, and they're going to be handling special needs and magnet kids, freeing up the buses to take other students. You want to check out eyeonannapolis.net for a hopeful list of covered routes, but as always, the most up-to-date information is going to be at aacps.org/buses. And while AACPS had good news today, the United States Naval Academy had bad news. On Saturday in Philly, what was likely the most boring Army-Navy game I have ever seen turned into the most exciting one with 1 minute left in the game. The game went into double overtime, and Navy ended up losing 20-17 when Anton Hall fumbled the ball on the 1-yard line in the second overtime, allowing Army to recover and quickly kick a field goal to end and win the game. No one blamed Hall for that at all. There were plenty of missed opportunities and plenty of bad plays throughout the 4 quarters of play. On the stat sheet, Navy appears to have outplayed Army, but in the end, the scoreboard did not go their way. We do have our live blog from the game up on eyeonannapolis.net. We have a follow-up article, and we're going to have some field images very shortly. And after 15 years as Navy's head coach, Ken Niumatalolo is out. After the game, athletic director Chet Gladchuk let him know, and the Academy made a formal announcement yesterday afternoon. There will be a press conference scheduled today for 2 p.m. to learn a little bit more. Bill Wagner at the Capitol spoke with Ken last night and had a great article on how Ken is feeling. Take a look at that at the Capitol Gazette. And while somewhat shocking and disappointing, it is not terribly surprising, as none of the games really seem to matter as much as the game against Army. I know when Coach Ken's friend Jeff Munkin took the job as Army's head coach, Niumatalolo said, well, one of us is going to get fired sometime. We'll know more a little bit later on today, but for now, Brian Newberry is the acting head coach, And I heard a grumbling last night that Navy may take a stab at trying to get Bill Belichick. He might be willing to come and follow in his father's footsteps here at Navy football as his career starts to ebb a little bit. Interesting thought. Hey, as you know, Ann Alsina is here with your Monday Money Report because it's, well, Monday. But we were chatting last week and thought it would be awesome to give some folks some personal financial advice. Because a financial plan can help everyone, we're going to be looking to 4 people, couples, families to spotlight over the course of a year. If selected, you're going to receive an initial financial planning consult, which will include an actionable plan, and then up to 12 months of coaching, all at no cost or obligation. There is a little bit of a catch. We will spotlight you and your situation anonymously in a few of those how it started, how's it going pieces at eyeonannapolis.net. If you're interested in this, email me and we can go from there. And again, we're looking for 4 different types of situations. Maybe it's a married couple, young married couple, older married couple, single, young, old, well-off, struggling, getting ready to retire, not even close to retire, kids, no kids. You get the picture. And finally, just a reminder, we did publish a list of 37 ideas for you and your holiday shopping, all with locally owned businesses. That list is pinned to the front page at eyeonannapolis.net for you. And if you have any more suggestions for that list, let me know. I will be more than happy to add them. Remember, this Thursday is your last chance for Midnight Madness. I do hope you caught the local business spotlight with Steve Anderson from Third Eye Comics. And you want to stay tuned for this coming Saturday with Trisha, the gluten-free bakery girl. All right, that is a wrap. Thank you first and foremost, and also a quick thank you to our sponsors for today's Daily News Brief, Solar Energy Services, Scout and Molly's, and Alpha Engineering. So now you need to hang tight because we have Ann Alsina here with your Monday Money Report. And remember to get to me if you want to participate. And as always, George Young from DCMDVA Weather is here with your only locally forecast weather report. All of that coming up in just a bit, so hang around.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, December 12th. Pretty typical December weekend for the Annapolis region, and the week ahead will bring more of the same with chilly temps and maybe, just maybe, our first snowflakes of the season very early Thursday morning. But first, look for mixed skies with some sunshine each day today through Wednesday, with daily PM highs in the 40s. Ahead of a storm that will possibly bring a mixture of snow, sleet, and freezing rain very early Thursday morning before an eventual changeover to all rain for a cold, rainy day on Thursday, with rain potentially lingering into Friday, ahead of clearing and 40s and sunshine for the weekend. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with our website at dcmdvaweather.info. And of course, be sure to download our DCMDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google App Stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hi, I'm Betsy Abraham. My mom and I own and operate Scout Molly's, this amazing little boutique at the Annapolis Town Center, and we're here to help. Whether you are shopping for the beautiful ladies on your holiday list or for yourself, We have something stunning for every occasion, from casual to black tie. From the Parade of Lights to New Year's Eve, we have the perfect outfit for every event this year. Scout Molly's, Annapolis Town Center. Thank you for shopping local.
You work hard for your money. Is your money working hard for you? Managing and investing, it can be confusing. Ann Alsina, a financial planner from CovingtonAlsina, has been helping people make sense of it all for over 17 years. Are you ready? Now here's your Monday Money Report.
This is Ann Alsina of CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. The markets were down last week, largely on fears that the Fed may have to raise rates more than the 0.5% that was expected. The PPI, or Producer Price Index, was higher than expected and the labor market continues to hold steady. We still expect any recession to be relatively mild, but having strong emergency savings and paying down unsecured debt like credit cards is a good idea. We're closing in on the end of the year, and we have a few suggestions. First, talk with your tax professional and your financial advisor about tax loss harvesting. If you have taxable accounts that hold mutual funds, you may see large capital gains this year, even if your account is down. Tax loss harvesting is when you sell holdings at a loss and either buy a replacement or wait 31 days and repurchase them. Those losses can help offset any gains. While you're talking with them, ask if a Roth conversion is appropriate. That's when you move money from a traditional IRA to a Roth IRA, or within your 401k or thrift savings plan. You'll have to pay taxes on whatever you move, but with the market down, you're moving more shares for the same amount of money. A Roth is not subject to required minimum distributions in retirement, and distributions are generally tax-free. If you own cryptocurrency, it's important to know that the wash sale rules don't apply. A wash sale is when you sell an investment at a loss and repurchase it within 31 days. The IRS won't allow you to claim that loss. Cryptocurrency is not subject to wash sale rules, which means you can sell any that is down to have a loss for tax purposes and repurchase it the same day. Other year-end moves to make include charitable contributions. I love giving appreciated stock or investments that have gone up since you bought them, because your deduction is based on the current value of the stock, so you avoid capital gains on the donation. If you're 72 or older, make sure you have met your required minimum distribution for all of your retirement accounts. If you have multiple types of accounts, a 401k and an IRA, for example, you have to take the distributions from each type of account. You can't leave the 401k alone and just take from the IRA. A big change this year is that Venmo, PayPal, and other payment companies will need to send 1099s to you if your total transactions in the year are over $600. This doesn't mean you'll need to pay taxes on all that money, but you should expect to explain why you received the money. If you sold a piece of furniture, the income is only taxable if it was greater than what you paid for the furniture. Unless you're selling items online as a business, it's doubtful you'll turn a profit from what is essentially an online yard sale. Your action item this week is to stop and enjoy the season. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle and endless to-do lists. The frantic pace can lead to stress and overspending. Be present in the moment and focus on what matters. There are lots of free, fun things to do this time of year. What your family will remember is the little things, like the hiking trip that went awry or making cookies together. An overwhelming amount of gifts can be just that, overwhelming. Follow us on Facebook and check out our website at CovingtonAlsina.com. Investment advice offered through Great Valley Advice Group, a registered investment advisor. Tax service offered through CovingtonAlsina Tax Services. All performance references historical and is no guarantee of future results. All indices around management may not be invested into directly. The opinions voiced in this show are for general information only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which strategies or investments may be appropriate for you, contact the appropriate qualified professional prior to making a decision. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Ann Alsina with CovingtonAlsina.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, Nothing else can make me feel so fine.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.